Hi, in this video we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials. We'll start out with an easy one. We'll do 3 times x plus 1. Well, the distributive property tells us to take the 3 and multiply it times each one of the things inside the parentheses. So we're going to say 3 times x, of course, is 3x, plus 3 times 1 is 3. Pretty simple example. Let's do a little bit harder one. So suppose we had 3x times 2x plus 4. So we're going to multiply the 3x times the 2x, then the 3x times the 4. So 3x times 2x gives us 6x squared. Because 3 times 2 is 6, and x times x is x squared. So 3x times 4 gives us 12x. Okay, so let's multiply 2 binomials together. Okay, so we're going to do FOIL. So FOIL is an acronym that stands for first, outer, inner, and last. So the first will be the 2x times the x, which gives us 2x squared. So then we're going to do the outer numbers, so that's 2x times 2, which gives us 4x. Then the inner says negative 1 times x, which is negative x. And then last says negative 1 times 2, which is negative 2. And we're going to combine the like terms here in the middle, so we're going to have 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. So let's try another one. So when we do the first, x times x gives us x squared. Then the outer is going to give us negative x. And then the inner is going to give us plus 4x. And then the last gives us 4 times negative 1, which is negative 4. Combine our two middle terms, so that's going to give us x squared plus 3x minus 4. Let's do one with fractions in it. Everybody's favorite, right? So if we have 1/2 x plus 2 times x plus 1, so 1/2 x times x gives us 1/2 x squared. So then our outer is going to give us plus 1/2 x. Then our inner is going to give us 2x. And then our last is going to give us plus 2. So now these two guys in the middle, once again, are like terms. So we need to find a common denominator. So we have 1/2 x squared plus 1/2 x. And then 2x, we could call that 2x over 1. We'd have to multiply it by 2 over 2 in order to get the common denominator. So we're going to have 1/2 x squared plus 1/2 x plus 4/2 x. So 1/2 plus 4/2 gives us 5/2. And we just bring down our first and last terms. And there we go. So we're done with that. So let's do a little bit more involved operation. Let's multiply a binomial times a trinomial. So we're going to have to multiply the x times each one of the things inside the other parentheses. So So x times x squared gives us x cubed. Then x times x gives us x squared. And then x times 2 gives us plus 2x. Now we're going to multiply the 1 times each one of the things inside the parentheses. So 1 times x squared gives us x squared. 1 times x gives us x. And 1 times 2 gives us 2. So we have some like terms. So we have a pair of x squareds. And as far as x's go, we have 2x plus x, which gives us 3x. And finally, we have our 2. So let's do another one of those. So we'll do x plus 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 9. Okay. Now, another way you could set this up, which might also be helpful to you, is to take the distributive property and say, okay, we have x times x squared plus 3x plus 9 plus 3. You notice we have x plus 3, x plus 3 times that common factor, x squared plus 3x plus 9. So if it helps you get a little bit more organized, feel free to do it this way. So x times x squared gives us x cubed. So x times 3x gives us plus 3x squared. And then x times 9 gives us 9x. And 3 times x squared gives us plus 3x squared. And then 3 times 3x gives us plus 9x. And then 3 times 9 gives us 27. So we're going to wind up with x cubed, and then we're going to have 6x squared. And then as far as x's, we're going to have 18x. And finally, we'll have a 27. So there's a quick look at multiplying polynomials.